So, whoa. Okay. So yeah, we've got a little visitor streaming here. And that's actually, relevant to the question because the Kobold language came from how my brother and I used to scream at cats when we were growing up. And so there was always, I mean, it's basically like at the cats for whatever reason, right? And siblings often develop these weird ways to talk to each other. And ours always had a certain way, like it always had these is type endings, right? And the beginning syllables could always work in a way where it could be long, like right? And so you can do whatever you want, flipping your tongue there or whatever, but then you always have to end with like the is type thing, and only certain sounds were allowed there. And so we just modeled that whole thing into the language there. So each of those words is something we would have said to our cats as children, and um, also none of the words are something we wouldn't have said to our cats as children. It actually ended up being a really good kind of one-to-one model for the language, but they don't mean anything, but they have kind of a contextual meaning. So it'd be like whatever the cat was doing at the time, and they kind of get attached a temporary meaning context at the time. And that's sort of, we haven't really fleshed that out entirely, but that's how we imagine their society working and what they're doing at the time and the context of like an item they've stolen, and then they talk about it and give it a name that kind of works briefly and so forth. Um, so it's that's 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 the story there.